Hello, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to More Than Locks. First off, I want to address something that I address to you as my brothers and sisters because it's the highest level of respect I can give to you. And what it means for me, at least, like when I address someone as my brother or my sister, it means you have my unconditional acceptance without the placement of judgments. And when I say it's the highest level of respect I can give to you, it truly is the highest level of respect and the most love I can give to anyone, basically saying I'm not God, I can't do anything more than that for you. Yeah, so since it's such a nice day, how about I go outside, we'll talk out there, and we'll get right into this story. Yeah. Hello, we're outside now. Yeah, so the topic for today is called Reprogramming Yourself. By the way, my name is Ash, the Peacemaker, the lowercase a. Again, I'm not sure if I said that before earlier, but yes, I've said it now. So with reprogramming yourself, the world wants you to think a certain way, like that money will solve all your problems. Sex is the greatest way to connect with someone, like without actually getting to know who they are as a person and their spirit. It also wants you to think that you have to have the best job, highest paying job to make it through, and that all this will bring you true happiness. Either even fame fame will bring you true happiness. Sorry if I'm stuttering. Yeah, so in order to actually have true happiness, you have to know your actual purpose on this earth. And if you follow your purpose, then you'll be truly happy. So what I'm trying to say is there's more to life than money, cars, sex, women, drugs, alcohol. There's more to it than that. Actually, all those things are distractions. The only one I will say that isn't a distraction is cannabis, the sacred herb, which the Bible talks about specifically. It basically puts it out there. Like in creation, I'll read the verse later on, hopefully if I get to it. But yeah, or in another video. But yeah, it talks about how God created the heavens and the earth. And after that, it actually has a specific part where he talks about herb in Genesis on the first page of the Bible. Yes. And he has a specific part where he talks about herb and how it'll like grow its fruits, and there's another thing talking about how cannabis has 12 fruits. Yeah. Anyways, this video isn't totally about that yet, so that will be later on in the series. Yeah, so with reprogramming yourself, I found, because I was in distress, I haven't always been this peaceful at heart, and I've never really felt this kind of peace and satisfaction with my life. It's only been not 2 months yet, it's been like more like a month and 2 weeks. Yeah, so with that, I literally had to reprogram myself, like basically through that, like going back to the roots of me, going back to all that and figuring out who I really am as a person and figure out what my calling was, because I figured out that money was a distraction. I thought that money would solve everything in my situation, which it doesn't. I don't care about money. It's there when I need it to live on this earth, because that's how this new age world has it. You need money to live on this earth. For anyone to even try to help you with your health, you need money. Lots of it, unfair prices. Yeah. And other things are distractions, like I'm not gonna say women are really distractions, like sex is a distraction, like through relationships, like through that you never really get to know a woman like past their attractiveness. You never really get to know who they are as a person and as their spirit, to know if you really want to be with that woman. And my purpose is to serve others, to spread the word around. I do music with that. Like again, I had to reprogram myself from like music at the same time. Because I was more in it to compete, to try to bring people down, not caring about who I talked about, who I tried to diss. always trying to steal ideas from people and just add on like one up them. That's how the business is, sadly, at the time. It's really not about stories, like about people's lives or what they want to talk about. For example, think about what Nicki Minaj would talk about if managers and all that didn't tell her that sex sells and all that. So it's mainly I had to reprogram myself, to humble myself, to do music that more like suits who I really am as a person and as a spirit. So all the music I do now talks about not just only struggles I had. It's more like I call it peace rap because it's like what Yahweh or Jah has called me to do with my life, is spread music for Him with messages that people have to think about. And at the same time, if I don't explain like what I'm talking about, my music will be twisted as well as Bob Marley's. That's just how the world is. So even with Reprogram again, I don't really get angry at things anymore like I used to. I used to have a really bad temper, but at the same time, the coolest part about what I've been showed is like once you start following the path that you are meant to follow, once you find that path, once you pray about it, once you address Yahweh, once you address when you find that path, and you follow, you realize that you had that happiness all along, you had that peace all along. Nothing is as that, so it seems in this world. So, and I really had to like reach down and like humble myself to learn, really humble myself through this whole experience. I used to be on heavy medication, and I was always wondering why nothing ever worked for like sadness, depression, anxiety, paranoia, why it kept on getting worse, why I had all these issues. And now I've been off my medication cold turkey. I've been off for over a month now. It's every day is a good day. Every day. I never had a bad day in my life. I figured it out. Because when you reprogram yourself, you notice things. You notice that, for example, I'll explain why I never had a bad day in my life, and you can decide and decipher this how you want and see if it's true for you that you've never had a bad day in your life. Well, we all have what is that word? Unpleasant experiences and situations that happen through the day. Alright? That does not mean you had a bad day. It'll happen every day. The important part is that you realize that if you made an attempt to better yourself, if you had better yourself, you learned anything about yourself, you had a good day that day. And you'll apply it eventually, and you'll make situations that could be really disastrous into wonderful situations. You'll touch people's lives, you'll touch everyone. Yeah, so that's a nice thing. It's very nice to feel that, you know, man. So, through all this. Yeah, and another big thing is like what I tell people is that like when you're programmed, you think you have to care about what other people think about you, and that you can't be who you want to be, and that everyone else's opinion matters. What I tell people is that's not true. Compliments are as good as criticism. And what I mean by that is that eventually if you go off compliments, if you listen to them all the time, that's eventually going to be the only thing that keeps you motivated to doing stuff. You know, like doing like good stuff out of the bottom of your heart. And through that, through that, once you don't get that compliment, you'll feel like you're doing something wrong. So it's as good as criticism, because you feel like you're being criticized when you don't get that compliment. You have nothing to prove to these people. They will not be judging you in the end. Only Yahweh, God the Father, yes, Yahweh or Jah, is going to be judging you in the end. Okay. With that, I'll say more for the next episode. Yep. I'll see you later, my brothers and sisters. And I address you as my brothers and sisters, because it's the highest level of respect I can give to you, and it means that you have my unconditional acceptance.